This is Max Williams with United Real Estate, and today I'm in Glen, Virginia. Today we're going to take a look at a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home. This home is located here in a convenient location. We are in a subdivision that is very popular. Glen is a very popular part of Henrico County. We have schools that are very well respected, shopping, retail, malls, just a great location here in Central Virginia. Back when I started my YouTube channel over a decade ago, I concentrated on foreclosures. And when I say foreclosures, foreclosures are known in the real estate business as REOs, real estate owned, or also known as bank owned properties. So all three of those terms are interchangeable, and I'll probably use all three of them here during my chat about foreclosed properties. This is one of the rare foreclosed properties that I've done in quite a while, and it is unique in a couple of ways. Number one is the lender has actually come in and done some renovation. Many of the homes historically that were bank owned, it was pretty much the way it was left, with the exception of removing personal property, is the way the potential buyer would actually see it. So I have seen homes that virtually need to be torn down, and I've also seen brand new construction, homes that have never been lived in as bank owned properties. So the gamut of condition runs very deep and wide, so you never know what you're going to get. There have been a number of misconceptions about foreclosures over the years. I wanted to clear a few of those up. Number one is people automatically think foreclosures are great deals, and that's not true. Basically, when the home is taken back by the lender, there is what we call an asset manager. That asset manager, in many cases out of state, they will never see the property. They have local professionals that work on their behalf, and they look at the condition, they'll get a recommendation. But ultimately, I have seen homes that were way overpriced as foreclosures, and I've seen some that are priced so attractively, they will get 10, 15, 20 offers on the property within a matter of days. So you just never really know if the value that they are determining the property is worth is accurate. So you never want to go into a situation where you automatically assume a foreclosure is a great deal. Number two is that people assume that foreclosures always need a lot of work, and the home today will illustrate for you that regular run-of-the-mill homes can be on the foreclosure list, or they can be in disrepair, or they can be in excellent condition. So there is no truth to that. When people think of foreclosures, sometimes they think of HUD homes. HUD has a separate process. They don't like to call theirs foreclosures, but right now HUD homes are pretty insignificant in the marketplace. I looked a couple days ago, and there were no more than 15 homes, HUD homes, in the entire state of Virginia. So the chances of them being viable for someone is very, very slim. So from time to time, people will say, well, Max, where do I find these? First of all, the foreclosures or bank-owned properties are always listed through real estate brokerages. So if you are on one of the consumer sites, you wouldn't even know it was a foreclosure in many cases unless you look and specifically see language that has been put in there by the listing agent. So you wouldn't necessarily know. I can do a search for REO or bank-owned properties exclusively, but in many cases it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because it's going to limit the number of homes that are going to come up. There aren't very many on the market, and there are homes that are great offerings that are priced right that are not foreclosures. We have what we call motivated sellers. That is more important than anything else. You always want to deal with a motivated seller if you are buying real estate. And that doesn't matter if it is a investor or somebody looking to live in the home, what we call an owner occupant. If someone is motivated to do something, that means typically they are more flexible in their price and terms. And so that's always what we want to see. If there is great interest in a property, then the price and terms will reflect that. If there aren't a whole lot of people beating down the doors, then of course that seller in most cases has to be more flexible. All right, well, I'm excited to show you this one, give you an example of a bank-owned property. They have gone ahead in this one and painted the home. They have also replaced the carpet. So we're in pretty good shape here in this home. They're asking for us to put on our booties or remove our shoes, and I can slip these right off. As we come in the door here to the left is going to be our family room. We've got a wood-burning fireplace, a chair rail, crown molding, great looking space. And here to the right, we have a formal dining room. Now this is a very traditional floor plan for a 2-bedroom home. So this is a pretty good representation of what's available here that would meet the needs of many buyers in this price range. Love the fact that they have come in with the neutral paint. That is just one less thing that someone has to do. Foreclosures and bank-owned properties are typically sold as is. Now, you always are entitled to a home inspection. That is going to be standard across the board. But after the home inspection, it's pretty much take it or leave it. So you do have that protection. You're not going to be forced into a home that comes back with a lot of issues. But they typically will not fix anything in these homes. Now, another thing to consider is the home financeable? And so everything I see in this home definitely would make it financeable under all program types. And when I say program types, you have heard me talk in the past about FHA, conventional VA loans. FHA and VA loans in particular are going to be more picky when it comes to property condition. And when I say condition, they don't care if it's avocado green walls or the paneling has been in place since the Nixon administration. They don't care about that. They care about does the plumbing work, does the electrical work, does the heating work. Also, are there major holes in the walls, different things like that. Peeling paint is a big one. If we have peeling paint in the home, they will often red flag that as an issue. So that is usually the big item that we have to look out for is peeling paint. But we can tell pretty quickly the property condition and what it will or will not work with. Now, if a property does need work, we do have special renovation financing that's available for purchasers primarily that are going to live in the home. There are some special products for investors, but those products are more popular with people that are going to live in the property. So they will set money aside for your renovation. You get to choose what the money is used for. So if you want to do some upgrades, you want to go in with a beautiful granite kitchen, you can of course do so. No one's going to watch your pockets. As long as you qualify and the home will appraise, then you're good to go. So there's some great options there in that regard. Now, the benefit of buying like that for an owner occupant or somebody that's going to live in the home is that your competition generally is going to be investors. Investors, by definition, are going to try to make a profit on the property, whereas if you're buying it, you're not necessarily looking at it from a profit potential standpoint. You just want it to be a nice home. And if there is some instant equity, of course, that's a beautiful thing, but that's not the main motivating factor for you as an owner occupant. All right, we saw beautiful downstairs. I'm now going to take you to the bonus room. Bonus room is commonly over the garage, and we've got multiple closets here in this one because of the configuration. We do have a nice high knee wall, so all of this space is usable, which is very refreshing. This home does have replacement windows, and I love the fact that we've got a couple of really good sized bedrooms here on the second floor. This is going to be a second floor laundry. A lot of people love the idea of having your laundry upstairs. Don't have to lug it back and forth. This is going to be our large bedroom. Now, this one would be suitable if you had a king size bed. You could of course do that here. 3 windows, which is a nice plus right on the front of the home. Good sized closet here. So if you did have a need for a large home office, this would also suffice. I did not notice this door here when I walked through initially, but this is going to be to our walk-up attic, which is a really nice plus, because as we get up here, we can see that here to the left, we got a little bit of space, a little bit of storage space on this side, and then a little extra on that side. So if you have suitcases or boxes, things that you wanted to put up here, but didn't need on a daily basis, you could of course do so. All right, let's go back down. The heating and air system on this house, the heat pump, looked like it was relatively new, which is a good plus. It should have a lot of life left on it. And this is going to be bedroom number 3 here. This is going to be the most conservative of the 4 bedrooms, but you could still get probably a full-size bed in here with no problem, or a twin. We're now on the rear of the home. And then here directly ahead is going to be our primary suite. But before we go there, to the right is our hall bath. And they did a really good job with this. We've got a beautiful cultured marble vanity top. Good looking vanity there. This is going to be like an LVP type material on the floor. I can tell they've come in and definitely done some paint. Here we've got a good looking white tile tub shower area. And it looks like that tub may have been refinished as well. So they've definitely put some money into this house, getting it ready for market. Our linen closet right here. And now I'm going to take you into our primary bedroom. And here she is right here. Really nice size, 3 windows, rectangular shape. Really good space. Could get a king in here with no problem. Have a little seating area as well. I love what I see. Very traditional floor plan here. Directly ahead is our walk-in closet. We've got really nice size in this closet. Got rods on both sides. And now to our ensuite, which is right here. Good size vanity. They went in with the same vanity top as we saw in the hallway. And then here is our tub shower area. Looking good once again. Now, one of the things that banks will systematically do whenever it gets to the appropriate time of year is they will winterize. And I had a bank-owned property years ago that I covered, and the winterization includes antifreeze in the toilet. And the antifreeze for this particular house was red. And I had a viewer, she came on, she said, "Max, that house looks good, except I think it was a crime scene." And I asked her, I said, "Well, why did you think it was a crime?" She said, "Well, there was red fluid in the toilet, and that's an indication that there was blood there." I said, no, that's a nice theory, but that was just the winterization fluid, the antifreeze that the property preservation company used. So it's important in real estate, if you have questions, to ask. Don't assume, because in many cases, you might be wrong. Max Williams, 804-402-7788. If you have questions about this or any other home in the market, I would love to help. If you have questions or needs in any part of the country, or anyone you know has real estate business in any part of the country, I would love to be of assistance. I have a network of agents that work on the buying and the selling side, and would be happy to interview and give them great service. Max Williams, 804-402-7788. Thanks so much for taking the tour. Y'all be safe. Have a great day.